Hey, what's going on, everybody? Dale Valor here with another MVD exclusive video. So here's the deal, man. You know, we have a lot of people that watch this channel that are in all walks of life. And I come across guys oftentimes, in particularly those that serve in the military. And we have a lot of those guys that follow what we do. A lot of times guys like that find themselves in long distance relationships, okay? And I get a lot of questions about that too. And so I wanted to put this video together just on the strength of, it seems to be such a hot topic, man. And you know, honestly, I don't advocate it. I'm not a big fan of it, but sometimes it can't be, there's nothing you can do about it. You know, if you're already married, for instance, and you ship out, you know, you're deployed or something like that, it's not like you're just gonna leave your wife because you're deployed, you know, like that's not realistic. So, you know, sometimes you find yourself in a position where you're gonna try to tough it out, you're gonna try to make it work and things like that. So I got a few thoughts on how to navigate that, how to keep it as fresh as it can be without, you know, that distance and time separating you so much that inevitably it drives a wedge. So let's get into it right now. Number one, set clear-cut boundaries ahead of time, man. You know, here's the thing. Don't leave anything unsaid. Okay, what is important to you, what's important to her, make sure all those things are on the table. What's expected? You know, what's the expectations? What do you expect her to handle while you're gone, right? Like, she's gonna be running the household, or, you know, she's gonna be doing things in her life. What is acceptable and what isn't? Is it okay if she hangs out with guys that are, you know, guy friends? Are you okay with that when you're, you know, 18 time zones away? You know, like, is that all right with you? You know, and then from her perspective, you know, like, you're out and about and doing your thing. Like, is it okay if you kick it with girls in another country or something like that? You know, like, what is okay and what isn't? So make sure, and I'm talking about every area of life, man. I'm talking about health, wealth, and relationships, you know? So whatever it is, make sure it's on the table. Everybody's on board. Everybody's in full agreement. And that way, it leaves nothing unsaid that could happen. And, oh, I didn't know that was okay. You know, you get none of that, all right? So we're going to get number two. Let's go. Number two, make a regular date time. All right, look, if you have something to look forward to, maybe you do this twice a week, maybe you do it 3 times a week, maybe it's only once a week, you know, it obviously depends on time and schedules and, you know, heck, if it's 6 a.m. where you're at and it's 6 p.m. where she's at, you know, like, is that okay? You know, the time differences might kind of throw a monkey wrench in some things. But here's the thing, ultimately, what you want to do is, you know, have a FaceTime session or get on Skype or something like that at the same time every week. Well, if it's multiple times a week, fine. Whatever it is what it is. But you hold that person accountable outside of, obviously, some emergency situation or something crazy. You know, that is your time to spend together, whether it's 1 hour, 2 hours, and you just sit and talk and kick it and whatever else you do, you know. But those are all things to look forward to. And plus, you're seeing each other, you're in constant contact. Make sure those happen because it's so important that you have that. Even though you're not face to face, your next best thing to it, right? You know, you're seeing each other. You can see each other's body language, tonality, all those types of things. And that's so important, man. And you know what? In the comments, what I'd like you to do is, if you've been in a long distance relationship or you're in one now, how is it working for you? Or isn't it working? You know, I'd like to have that conversation, throw it down there, and let's talk about it. You know, how can we make it better? You know, ultimately, that's what it's about, man. All right, we're going to get number 3. Let's go. Just wanted to take this quick time out just to remind you, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do so now. Why? Because look, the information here is essential for you. to get out here and start leveling up your dating life, leveling up your professional life, and leveling up your life in general, man. So look, subscribe to the channel, share it with somebody that you know needs to see it, and I know that you do. Give us a thumbs up. All that good stuff, man. And also, August 28th, we're going to be doing our live Zoom event that we do every single month on the last Saturday of the month. And this one's going to be about, now that things are opening up, you can get back out a little bit, start meeting some new people. How are you going to do that when you've been locked in a cage for the last 16 months or however long, right? So look, that's what we're going to cover, is shaking off the rust. All right, so that's the deal, man. We're going to hop back into the video. Let's get it. Number 3, regular contact. All right, here's the deal, man. Like we talked about in the last point, that, you know, you want to have those times where you get together every week or multiple times a week if that makes sense and is doable. But what I'm talking about with regular contact is this. You know, there's so much time in your day that you can shoot a text or a Facebook message or whatever else, however you communicate. And, you know, just to let her know and for her to let you know that you're on each other's minds. You know, maybe you could have a little conversation going. Now, I'm not saying, you know, you just drop everything you're doing every time a ding is on your phone. But what I am saying is, if you have that routine, constant conversation, you know, it keeps things alive. It keeps you on the forefront of her mind and her on yours, you know? So is that there isn't any kind of like temptation. Well, I mean, temptation could come up, but the thing is, it's a lot harder to give in to temptations that could arise when you're gone than, you know, if you're not even talking to her, you know? So you want to make sure you have that constant communication throughout the course of your day. And I don't mean every single day, every waking hour. What I mean is, you know, you just have a constant dialogue, okay? Just have that constant dialogue throughout the course of your day. All right, we're going to get number 4. Let's go. Number 4, future goals. Man, look, you know, you're going to come back at some point. Hopefully, you know, you're going to be back to wherever it is that you both live or whatever the case might be. Start planning what that's going to look like when you get back while you're gone. Because now what you're doing is you're setting it up for something to look forward to. Yeah, okay, you look forward to seeing each other and all that kind of stuff. But if things are going to build, you know, you want to start planning that out. And that's a great thing to talk about, like in those other 2 points. You can start talking about, hey, maybe we're going to live together. Or, hey, maybe, you know, we're going to get married. Or, hey, we're already married. Maybe we start thinking about having this kid or starting this business or whatever. And now, man, like, imagination of it and piecing that together, you know, it becomes just a part of your daily routine, and it also becomes something to bond over, something to work towards. You have these goals that you set forth, and now it's time to start working on accomplishing them when you get back. And so that just makes it all that much better, man, when you get back to wherever it is that you are. All right, guys, we talked in this video a lot about relationships, and we did a video a little while back on different relationship types. Because, hey, look, man, maybe you want to open things up while you're gone. You want to experience a few things while you're out, you know, wherever it is that you're going to be. And that's cool. If that's everybody's on board and that makes sense, okay, cool. But it breaks down very thoroughly and goes really deep on all the different kinds of relationship styles. So we're going to link it up here. What I want you to do is go check that out and be informed about different types of relationships and what can work for you and what might not work for you that sounds good on paper. All right, I will see you there.